So this is Caroline, our White House press briefer, being questioned on how she prepares for these briefings. A lot of people noticed immediately that she doesn't come out with a big notebook like the last person. So she's going to let us know how she prepares.
Tell us, okay, that first day, because I remember we were like, okay, it's Karoline Leavitt's first press briefing. How many of you people were watching out there?
I know I was definitely watching. I wanted to see just what she was going to be like, what she's going to talk about. Is she going to be like a big reflection of Trump, which is very true. I think she is definitely a big reflection of Trump.
So, of course, as the older sister, I'm like going, I better start praying right now. And we're both Catholics, so I'm like praying to like Mary, the saints, everybody else, Jesus. I'm like, Jesus, come on, just cover. When you walked into that White House press briefing room, now you were there beforehand as one of the press assistants, but this is different. This is like one of the most important jobs of the administration.
Well, not only that, she knows that she's just going to be attacked. Like that is her entire job, is to just take heat from the press, and they're going to say the nastiest things they can. They're going to try and trick her. They're going to call her out on things. And she's done a handful of them now so far, and I think she's doing really well.
How did you feel?
Yeah.
And what was your focus? Like, how did you know, okay, I'm ready, I mean business?
Yes. Well, there is extensive preparation that goes into each briefing, and I'm so blessed to have an amazing team at the White House who helps me prepare. I brought three of our big guns yesterday. We had Stephen Miller and Mike Waltz and Kevin Hassett join me at the podium to celebrate 1 month.
Yeah, I have that on my channel. That's probably the best press briefing that I've ever watched. One thing, if we're going to talk criticism of her, I don't think she does them as much. The last press briefer did sometimes 3 times a week, and she would do them on planes as well, which those weren't very good. I don't really want Caroline to bring those back. The reception was really bad, and it just wasn't, I like video, come to the pulpit, that kind of thing. So I'm not worried about that, but I would like her to do more press briefings because there's a really quick turnaround in the news that's happening, especially when Trump is like doing 3 to 4 speeches a day. He's out there doing exactly what he said he was going to do. So there's a lot of news. There's a lot of updates, a lot of questions people want to ask. So I think she could probably do more. She's doing about 1 to 2 every week. So she could probably step that up.
And I lean on the policy experts in the building and, to figure out what is fake news versus what is truth. So a lot of preparation, a lot of reading, talking to the president to understand his thinking. And then when I got to the podium, I realized the president is delivering on everything he said he was going to do, which makes my job as his spokeswoman easy, because I'm not working for a politician who's lying and we have to spin. I'm working for a man who said things and he's delivering on those things every day.
Okay.
Now, I remember, because I worked in the first administration, and the press secretary at the time, I was a strategic communications senior advisor for President Trump, and our press secretary at the time was now Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Okay.
Who will be on stage.
It's a little weird clap that she just did there.
With me tomorrow. But I remember those exchanges between Sarah and this guy, let me remember his name, wait a second. The CNN guy, Jim Acosta? Oh wait, he's not on CNN anymore. That's right. He was like, it was just so, I would say, you don't mind the aggressive questions, you take the aggressive questions, but it was just always to the point that it was like, how do you destroy Donald Trump? How do you destroy the individuals of staff? It was so, when they do say Trump derangement syndrome, and I do think that there's also Elon Musk derangement syndrome happening too with the media, because they don't know how to handle it. How do you view that differently from the first administration till now?
I mean, that's their job, though. They're trying to get clicks. They want to get the most outrageous thing that they can think of, so people actually turn to their news source, which is just bad. I don't know. Do people really want to see that stuff anymore? Just constant, like, the world is ending every time they watch the news. I don't really. I'm not into that anymore. I want to know, like, actual facts not how you're twisting things to be the end of the world. I don't think that's the news that people really want. But maybe it is, because I think they were probably generating a lot of money during that Trump era.
Because it was a lot of dealing with Russian hoax at the beginning, special counsels. It was constant because the media was trying so hard to, and they never apologized, right? They didn't apologize about the Russian hoax. Yeah, that's right. They didn't. So this.
No, it's back again. They're literally trying to take snapshots of people doing salutes and say that they are these kind of people. You know, they are trying to say that Trump favors Putin more. You know, they're trying to say that he's super pro-Russia and not taking into account that he just maybe wants to end the war. And he could be doing that for selfish reasons. He could be because he wants to be the guy that can say that he ended the war and then get that victory under his belt. But at the end of the day, if he's ending the war, who cares?
This time around, it's a very different strategy that you all are taking forward. What is that strategy?
Well, first of all, since you brought up Jim Acosta, he's been saying some not so nice things about me online, and I've resisted responding, but since you brought him up, I'd like to say
Let's go.
to Jim, at least I have a job, Jim, okay?
Damn.
Just saying.
There you go.
Now, moving on. As far as the strategy, we are on offense. We are on offense every single day, and the president leads from an offensive mindset. We are not going to apologize for cutting waste, fraud, and abuse from our government. We are not going to apologize for mass deporting illegal immigrant criminals who have broken our nation's laws and terrorized our communities. And we are not going to apologize for slashing regulations and undoing the disastrous policies of the previous administration. That's what the president said he was going to do. And that's what the...
Absolutely. That's exactly what he said he was going to do. He didn't hide any of this.
Majority of our fellow Americans want. The latest CBS poll, 70% of Americans say that President Trump is delivering on what he said he was going to do. So we're not going to apologize. We're going to keep moving ahead. And we try to bring that approach in our messaging every single day.
So I got to ask you, you know, you're working all the time. These jobs are, when I tell you so demanding, they are so demanding. And I do feel that it is like...
I wonder how much she makes in a job like that. Just to take all of that pressure, all of the backlash, everything. I wonder what kind of money they're giving her.
Warp speed, what you're dealing with, even more so than we saw in the first administration. How do you get the strength to just get through every single day?
My faith in God, absolutely. Waking up every day and just remembering I'm blessed, and we're all blessed to live in this country and to have a president who is looking out for us every day. Family support. And our team at the White House, we really have a great team. And you talked about how the media tried to cause so much division within the White House in the first term. They're trying to do it, but I think they're failing. They are not getting away with it because we truly have such great camaraderie. And the people I work with every day, they're friends and we're together. I mean, 18 hours a day. So you gotta like who you're around. But we truly are having fun and we're getting work done. And again, the president is leading with that positive, happy warrior attitude. And it transpires to the rest of the White House every day.
And you know,
Yeah. All right. Well, there she is.